everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars will need to be on top of their game if they want to come away with win number 9 on the season. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. First and 10, Anderson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And this is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll toss it to Fournette, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Henry Anderson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Anderson now to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On play action, it's Bortles. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles fighting to stay upright. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Javonte Herndon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Anderson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Anderson. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Anderson throwing on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Now Anderson throwing again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Anderson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now Bortles dumps it off to Fournette, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Bortles now on 1st down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Get away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Anderson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice time.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may...
And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Back to throw. Anderson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. DeJuan Smoot in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Come on, let's go! Let's
To throw is Anderson. To throw on second down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. So we hit the halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Black 58 Royal! Black 58 Royal! Black 58 Royal! Black 58 Royal!
Now a play fake. Bortles. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
On the move to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. They find some open field here. And he cuts it right into space. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 67 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run.
Here we go now.
Bortles going to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
Here we go.
Anderson following the fumble recovery. He'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Here we go.
Anderson now looking to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go. Green. Black 58, Royal. Black 58.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on 2nd down. Anderson, flush to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Let's go. Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Ohio. Let's go. Ohio. Flex round.
Here's Anderson on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Anderson throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Anderson. He hits White, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
To throw is Anderson on 1st and 10. He completes it right side to White. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
Anderson to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Flex round. Ohio. Flex round.
Anderson now throwing on 3rd and long. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go. Brand 38. Ohio. Flex round.
And the back goes into motion. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here in the turnover on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Again, it's Fournette. And he's got room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. On play action, now Bortles. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys?
Right? Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking for, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Wormley in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Ready. Blue 45.
To throw is Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hansen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Find a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
23 yards on the play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bortles to throw once more. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Tyus Bowser in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack.
Z. There we go now. Z.
Bortles going to throw here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Back to the air on second down. Anderson eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Anderson steps, and he's going to go down again. Deron Smoot in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.